Hello, welcome to Wondermous, a healthcare leadership journey. My name is Merikay Hunt, and I am your podcast host. And today I am super pumped because I've invited a longtime colleague and friend, David Zetter. I also call him Choo Choo of Zetter Healthcare. So, David, why don't you kick us off and share with our audience a little bit about you and your background?
Okay. Well, thank you for having me, Mary Kay. Um, well, I used to work in food service for 20 plus years, ran hundreds of restaurants all along the East Coast, west of the Miss or east of the Mississippi. Got tired of traveling 4 to 5 days a week, so knew I had to do something different because I'd leave on Monday, come back Thursday night or Friday, and missed half of what was going on with my family. So
Hmm.
I went to go work for a gentleman that was a CPA in healthcare, and basically saw that he was referring out a lot of the work, coding, HR work, education, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
So I educated myself over 5 years, took a lot of courses, and took over the consulting side. And geez, 26 years later, here I am.
That's awesome. And David and I are colleagues in NSCHBC. I've had a couple of other colleagues that have been our guests. That's the National Society of Certified Healthcare Business Consultants. And I think that's one of the things that I admired about you when we first met was your background in the restaurant field, because that's how I started as well. And, working 80-hour weeks, pedal to the metal, trying to be a change agent. And so you being inspired to go into healthcare and a 26-year career. And David, when you think about all of the people that you've interfaced with, who are some of the people that you felt like provided you some good mentorship or leadership?
Well, I mean, obviously, the gentleman that I went to work for provided mentorship and leadership to me. Basically, I shadowed him for 5 years learning medicine. I knew
Wow,
how to run business. That
sure.
was a no brainer. The problem was I didn't know anything about healthcare and medicine. So I shadowed him, ended up, he was a member of the NSCHBC, suggested that I go to meetings. So I went to the very first meeting the year I was employed by him. And some of the first people I met was Reed Tinsley, David
Mhm.
Hunt. Reed became, beknownst to him, he literally became my mentor. I made him my mentor,
Appointment.
hugged him over and over again with questions, and very several other people in that organization. I would not be where I am today
Mm,
without the people in the NSCHBC, because it is a very friendly mentoring organization that, yes, we're all consultants. Yes, we're competing, but we aren't competing. We help each other.
sure.
We help lift each other up. And that's what this organization does. And I've been doing everything I can to give back for the last 26 years.
Well, collaboration and teamwork, and I've shared this with you before, but I know that there have been times in my career where, I've reached out to you as one of my lifelines, and I'm sitting with a practice administrator. I've got a question that I don't think I can answer on my own. And I think that's part of the fruit of really being in an organization where you feel like you can learn from each other. You can help build each other's skill sets, and it gives you that additional level of confidence, that you know that you're not in it alone for those that are maybe running their practices by themselves.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
So, when you think about kind of your influence in healthcare, what are some top initiatives that you're focused on right now?
Well, right now I'm trying some initiatives are more personal than anything else. I mean, my business here flourishes. I mean, I don't need to sell business. It just comes because I built a undeniably incredible network of
Mm,
referrals. But part of my initiative this year is I've retired 20% this year. So I'm not working
okay,
Fridays. I'm
good for
trying
you.
to get to the point where I can slow down a bit. I don't know that I'll ever retire 100%, but just trying to manage the business because we're very busy. I've got 16 people around the country that work under Zetter Healthcare, and we're helping a heck of a lot of practices. But at
Right.
the same time, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do to enjoy life a little more, you know?
Mm,
I've been doing this a long time, working, like you said, those 50, 60, 70, 80-hour weeks. And now it's time to enjoy life a little more.
good for
So,
you.
yeah, I'm trying to manage that process, albeit still trying to build up clientele to keep all my team members busy. So it's a delicate balance,
Yes.
which is
Well,
hard.
and my hope for you, and I want to circle back to this work life integration. My hope for you, David, is that on Fridays you give yourself permission to be away, to have that boundary and
Yeah.
to be away from your phone, whether you're playing pickleball with your wife or out on a golf course somewhere. But let's address some of the ways that you have built your business to help some of our audience members that may be launching their own consulting group or may be stepping into a new role. What are some key strategies that you've implemented over the years to build your business?
Well, the first thing was, I mean, when I came into this, like I said, I came to work for a CPA and consulting firm that worked with healthcare providers. Well, we were referring a lot of business out. So I figured, why don't I become the expert in all these areas? So that's where I, gained that education, took certification courses. I mean, I've done HR all my life, worked with HR directors that were assigned to me as a VP when I was working restaurants. And I had an HR director that convinced me, look, David, you can go out, take the HR exam, and I'm confident you'll pass it because you worked with me for 20 plus years and you know HR. So that's what I did. I got certified as an HR professional. Then I went and took a coding course. The individual that I met and told me that she would guarantee that I would pass taking her course. I took it. Sure enough, I passed. And then I started practicing the coding, the auditing. Went to go work for Highmark, worked for Medicare to do audits for them because I wanted to learn what insurers were going to be looking for. That way I could benefit our clients. So I did that. So I got 17 certifications, became an expert in many areas, and started picking up all that work that we were referring out. Then the next thing I figured, okay, how am I going to get business? I hate cold calling. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for anybody. So I had to figure out a better way. So I figured, how about have people contact me? So how do I do this? Well, I joined the NSCHBC. We decided we were going to provide under Zetter Healthcare, we were going to provide excellent work that was infallible as much as we could possibly do as humans and
Sure.
make sure the clients were happy at every aspect of what we did. That way, they would refer more business to us.
Mhm.
And in addition, I got involved with the NSCHBC, got on a lot of committees, did a lot of speaking, education, so that other consultants would understand who I was, what I was an expert in, and they would refer clients to us.
Right.
And I joined the two largest billing organizations in the country, the AMBA and the HBMA. I am a revenue cycle expert. I'm not a biller, but we audit billing companies. We do this for many clients, and we can tell what's being done correctly, and what isn't.
Mm,
So a lot of billing company, I'm very, very participatory in their listserv as well as the NSCHBC. So I provide a lot of information, a lot of feedback, a lot of mentoring, and that comes back to you. Whatever you put into it, you get it back tenfold. So billing companies started referring business to me. I get referrals 3 to 4 times a week. Then, in addition, I joined the American Health Lawyers Association because I work with a lot of healthcare attorneys. Well, those attorneys, and an avid participant on their listserv, they start referring business to me. So, between current clients, consultants, the two largest billing companies or organizations in the country, and our clients, we get 4 to 8 referrals every single week. We pick
wow.
up a few of them, and I refer the rest out. So right now, we don't have to chase business. Business
Sure.
comes to us automatically. And that's how you build a referral network. So you don't have to do cold calls, advertising, all of that. We have a website. I do social media posts, but that's it.
Mm.
Everything comes to us free and clear every week. And I could build this business tenfold if I wanted to. I just don't have the wherewithal or the desire to work that hard
Mm.
anymore. So,
Well, and building relationships to build business, the networking of this camaraderie, but also support, because you are the go-to person for multiple connections, multiple organizations. And I'm wondering, what is your plan for this legacy as you continue to? Yes, you'll probably never retire, knowing you and your work ethic. But what do you feel like would be really powerful for you to put in place so that you can have those Fridays to yourself? Because it sounds like you've created almost a dream team that's giving you support.
yeah, I have pretty much. I mean, I definitely have scheduled. My calendar does not have Fridays on my calendar, so I'm not scheduling anything on those days. I wake up. I mean, my wife runs my business, so she comes in here every day. No different than I do. But on Fridays, when she leaves for work, I'm headed to the gym.
Good.
And then I'll, have all kinds of projects I want to get done or, do whatever I need to do. But no, that's the game plan this year.
Good. Did you
As
just start this in 2026?
say what
Did you just start this in 2026?
was yes, that is the game plan for 2026. My
Awesome.
calendar lost Fridays.
Love it.
So that's the game plan. Um, I should have no problem doing it. I mean, I work harder Monday through Thursdays, but um, yeah, that's what I'm doing. The goal is to eventually get down to about 2 days a week. One day I'll work on communicating with potential clients on what we do,
Mm,
gathering them up, bringing them on as new clients, and then on the other day of the week, my plan is to work on client projects that I love and want to do, and then be done the rest of the week. So that's the goal over the next 3 years. Take a day away every year until I'm down to 2 days. I don't plan on shutting down the business as long as I've got, a team to submit work to and keep them busy so that they can earn a living and achieve their goals and dreams. That's my
mm.
game plan. And hopefully that'll work.
Well, I love it because it's a scalable scaling down transition, if you will, but also you're transferring your knowledge and you're providing mentorship and leadership to people on your team. And the other day I was talking about having joy in your purpose. And when you are reaching a threshold of when you're feeling like either you're doing too much or you're getting burned out, you need to slow down a little bit. I think it refreshes us and refuels us. So I'm excited to see how the next few months and few years goes for you. So
So
when you think about you're going to do it. I know you will. So when you think about some hot topics of challenges that we're facing and some solutions to some of these hot topics, what do you feel like is really paramount right now?
Well, paramount right now is helping our clients. I mean, this last year or two, insurers are becoming a bigger pain to our
Mm.
clients.
Yes,
They are just taking money back every way they can, unlawfully in most cases, which, I've preached this enough. There's a lot of regulations in this country that tell payers what they can and cannot do. Problem
right.
is, most of our clients don't know what those regulations are.
Mm,
And obviously, I just came back from our consultants retreat in Florida last week. And one of the topics was about us organizing and developing a potential class action lawsuit. We had attorneys that we spoke to. Our whole organization, or a lot of our organization, was there, and we're trying to determine what we can possibly do to put the insurance companies on notice they need to stop their games,
absolutely.
because it's
Oh, I
illegal.
got goosebumps when you said that, David.
Well, I mean, they're taking money. It's no different than, most payers that are requesting medical records, all those Medicare Advantage medical record requests, most of them are unlawful.
Mm.
Um, when a payer recoups money from a practice, any claim that is an ERISA sponsored claim is illegal to recoup on. And that's 83% of the claims in the country. So, why are the payers getting away with this? Because our clients don't know what the rules are and they don't know how to hold the insurance companies accountable. So, yeah, that's my mission right now is trying to figure out a way that we're going to shut these insurance companies down in creating all this havoc for our clients because it literally is havoc. The OIG is investigating every single Medicare Advantage plan right now for all these medical record requests that where they just try to pull diagnosis codes in order to build up their hierarchical coding initiative, and they get paid more the more diagnosis codes that they submit to Medicare, even if the client didn't have anything to do with that diagnosis. They're just
Wow.
trying to pull it out of old records. So there's a lot of games going on with the insurance companies, and they break the laws every single day. If you give them the opportunity, they're going to steal from you because that's their game.
Feel like we need like a task force or like an actual formal structured entity that is going to tackle this. When I started my career in consulting, it was actually in dentistry, and we got word that some of the dental insurance companies would just take the batch mail and toss it in the trash can and say they never got the claim. And when I heard that, that actually gave me a stomach ache. I thought the lack of integrity on that is ridiculous. And then even claims getting denied because they said they didn't have an X-ray or whatnot when they did. So I always want to try to look for the positive, but who do you feel like are gonna be some key players to create this initiative? Is NSCHBC, are they taking this on, or do you think this is gonna be a combined like a collaborated effort with other groups?
Well, I know it. We talked at the meeting, and I believe the NSCHBC will organize this.
Okay.
We've got attorney members as well that litigate. Amanda and her partner as well. Jack Diamond was there, and he suggested that we've got an awful lot of knowledge. I mean, we have so many experts in our organization in healthcare, and it would be a no brainer for us to put this together. So Amanda and I spoke, and I suggested to her that we need to organize this. I'm willing to help out. I think there are plenty of members that attended last week that are willing to help out. So I think we just need to gain some traction. We've got several initiatives going, including rewriting Reed's book right now for the NSCHBC about everything with managed care with practices and working with managed care insurance companies. So, I mean, we've got a lot of initiatives that we're trying to get going. Our clients are all going to benefit from it.
Absolutely.
And that's what the NSCHBC is. We support healthcare providers and their businesses, and that's what we want to do.
I would love to see the torch being carried for people with insurance and to help the insurance companies be held accountable. I think that would be amazing. So count me in. I'll be a cheerleader champion for the initiative as well.
Sounds awesome.
So when you think about leadership lessons, what's a leadership lesson that you've learned over the course of your career, David?
One, be transparent with
Mm,
whoever you're working with, whether it's a client, whether it's a team member, a colleague, whatever the case may be.
hmm.
Um, from a leaderships lead. They they do by example.
Right.
So your actions speak louder than you telling somebody what you're going to do. So it's all about working together, collaborating, giving, in my opinion, it's giving the best possible product or service to the client,
Mm,
admitting when you make a mistake, making good on that error. We're human. We're going to make errors. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
right.
So accept that and just admit when an error is made and make good on it. That's all there is to it. And as long as you've got integrity, you've got morals, and you have values, and you can communicate those, your clients will appreciate it, your team will appreciate it, and your colleagues will appreciate it. And you'll just grow your business. So it's all about being honest, true, and having passion on
Mm,
what you do. And
absolutely.
I have no lack of passion.
No, you do not. So, as we come in for a landing, if you could give your younger self some words of wisdom or encouragement, what would they be?
Well, I will tell you, I went through two times in my career where the first time I was let go by my food service organization because we went through a leverage buyout and they were getting rid of all top management. So I saw that wave coming from the West Coast moving to the East Coast, and abandoned ship
Mm,
quicker with a somewhat of a golden parachute. Went to work for another company. That lasted 3 years. I wasn't happy. And then that's when I jumped into healthcare. Each one of those times, I mean, I had been employed for 20 years, um, never lost a position. So that scared the daylights out of me. I had a young family, two
mm,
kids.
sure.
How do you survive and how do you support them and provide for them? So yeah, that's a scary situation. That happened literally twice in my career, and my younger self would tell my or I would tell my younger self now that I can do any damn thing I put my mind
Mm,
to. I just need to focus, I need to dig in, and I need to do the work, and it will pay off. And it does every time. If you're honest with yourself, you're doing the work, it will pay off. And it does every single time. But you've got to have a plan. You can't just, shoot a shotgun at a target and hope you hit it. You got to have a plan. And working with mentors that have done this before, um, and just set up everything so that it's almost impossible for you to fail. And it
mm,
all depends on what the goal is. Just work with somebody that knows business, especially if you're consulting, doesn't matter what industry it is. How do you set up so that the business automatically comes to you? Because that's the most difficult part is making sure you have business to keep things going. And now, I didn't set out thinking, hey, I'm going to set up this whole referral network. I just joined organizations, networked a lot, and eventually it built itself.
mm.
And just being out there and giving yourself to everybody. Like I said, whatever you put into it, it's going to come back tenfold, and it always does.
Absolutely. Focus, dig in, and do the work. David, thank you so much for being with us today. And if people want to get in touch with you, how do they reach out?
They can reach out by going to our website at zetter.com, zetter.com, or give us a call at 717-691-6768. Do a Google search for Zetter Healthcare or me. You're going to find a plethora of information.
Awesome. Well, again, David, thank you. My name is Mary Kay, founder of Coach MK Companies, and I need to give David a thanks. He was also one of the ones that read my book that relaunched last spring, My Year on the Inside, available on Amazon. We help individuals and teams go to the next level of performance. Remember to make every day count, like and subscribe to our channel, and share these inspirational stories with your network. Blessings and make today great.